Everyone, and welcome to a new app. Okay, so we have something like this on our extra level, and you might have lots of buttons here with lots of images, and the student might have to pick some squares. I'm not too sure how you're going to do this, but as you can see here, if this is a correct answer, the score increases. If they get it right, the score increases. If they get it right, the score increases. So on these buttons, I've told it to increase the score variable by 1. This is incorrect, so it decreases it. So basically, we're increasing the score, decreasing the score. And the score is the variable. These are just two labels. This label doesn't change, this label does. This button increases it, this button decreases it. Sorry, this button decreases it. These two increase. Okay, let's go and make this. So once again, it's File, New, Project, Single View App. Next, I'm going to call it Score Changer 7 because I've done this a few times already. And very similar to the example I showed you, I'm going to go to the main storyboard. And to start with, I'm just going to have a label and a button. So I'm going to click here, label, another label, and a button. Okay, so when this button is pressed, we want this label to change to 1. That's what we want. So I'm just going to rename that one and call it PL player score. We'll make it a little bit bigger so we can see it. It looks nicer. And then the score will actually go in there. Oops, I don't need that. I just need to change the size. Okay, that looks nice. And then the button, I'm just going to say increase score. Okay, increase score. So that's what we're going to do. That's all we're doing here. So let's go to the view controller. There's what our app will look like. Let's move that across so we can see. And then here, view controller. Now, everything we want is going to go inside here. Just remember that. So the first thing we want is, I want to actually give this label a name. So then I can put the score into it. So I press Control and I drag it out. And I'm going to call it score label. It's going to keep the score. Then the next thing I want is I need a variable for the score. As you remember, this is going to change, so I need a variable for score. And I'm going to give it a 1 just for practice, because later you might want to change these things. So anyhow, variable score is equal to, at the start of this game, it's 0. So when we run this first, we want the variable to equal to 0. So that's the start of our program. Then we press this button. We want this to change by 1. So we press on the button, we press Control, we drag it out. We want this to be an action, and I'm going to say increase score. Button. That's what it is. So when we click on this button, something has to happen. What will happen is that the score variable, which I call score 1, we want that to increase by 1. And that's what we're doing there. We're telling it to add 1 to the score variable. Now we want it to show down here. So we go score, so we use this label name, and label to show text. So we're telling it for the score label, show text, and this text is equal to string, which is alphabetical, but as our variable at the moment is a number, this allows us to put a number inside the string. Score 1. I can just go like that so you can see it a bit better, it looks nicer. Okay, let's go and look at this. Something should be happening. Where's our simulator? Okay, here. So we have a new one. And I increase the score, I increase the score, I increase the score, and it's working. And then the extension on this is I now bring out another button. Let's put it over here. And this second button, I'm just going to say decrease score. And I'm just going to make the size, I think I had it size 40, so I'll just for consistency do size 40 again. So that's going to decrease. So once again, I'm going to press Control, drag this out. Now make sure you don't put it inside that action, put it outside it, after the brackets. And this one is going to decrease. Score button. And then inside that, this is the beauty here, I can copy and paste the two of these. And all I have to change there is a minus. Because you're going to say minus, take away 1 from the score. And now I'm going to run this. There's so this increases it 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, you can use this in a number of ways. You could have 20 pictures here, and half of them could be correct and half could be incorrect. You know, it depends on how you want to use the variable, how clever you can be at making the game. Okay? This is your first introduction to variables. I hope I kept it simple enough for you, and we will increase the complexity in the next lesson. Thank you very much.